Anyway,
Yeah.
let's do this thing. Are you ready? Can I hear yes?
I'm ready like Freddy.
Okay, that's close enough. All right. Okay, well, welcome to Scott's Case Files. I am Scott's Case Files, and above me are my awesome players. We're, of course, as you can see, doing Cyberpunk Red. This is, pardon me, I'm still over my cough, by the way. Almost. This is episode 7. So after this episode, only 3 to go. What will happen in this arc? So yes, let me introduce my players quick. Over here, we have Cassie, the infamous, the wondrous.
Hello, I am the Cassie. You are the people.
Yes. And we have Aaron.
Hey, everybody.
And we have Jason with a Y.
Pay me no mind. Look, Scott. Scott's much cooler.
Oh,
Also, the Cassie.
Cool is
Cassie's
debatable.
much cooler. And the Brian is much cooler. I'm not cool.
Oh, you didn't mention Aaron. So, and last but not least, we have Brian.
Look at me. I'm all happy to see you people and got me dancing.
Yep. He's in dancing mode.
Yeah, I didn't mention Aaron because Aaron's not cool. Aaron's awesome.
Oh, a nice recovery.
Good save, dude. Good save. I'll pay you later.
So, so
€100 in the chopper.
yeah, the chopper. We're gonna get to put a pin in the chopper. So, Aaron has gone ahead and made kind of like another Cyberpunk Red clip for us. So I wanted to kind of play that, and I'm experimenting. I've never really recently used the Roll20 jukebox, but I was able to upload it to there, so the players should hear it along with you, the viewer. Let's see how that goes. Here we go.
You don't have to work and slave like electricity.
Yeah.
33.
You can tell by the way you smile. You smell my
Johnny Jupiter, a human.
Some just see sheer speed. We see inspirational engineering.
Here is better. 6000 SUX, an American tradition.
Hello, my name is Arizona Smith. You may recognize me from Hugh Huntley's reality show, Reclamation Road. There's a lot of good times happening there, a lot of action. But I gotta tell you, in an environment as chaotic as Night City, where you need somebody you can depend on, you don't turn to reclamators. You turn to someone like Damian Leonidas. Damian Leonidas is the man who's going to lead us into a better tomorrow. And you can bet on that.
Hi. Depending on what neighborhood you're from, you might recognize me as Hightower. I was once a deadbeat. I had nothing going for me. But then I ran into one of the greatest job creators that the world has ever known, and he's right here in Night City. And his name is Damian Leonidas. He took me off the streets, he turned me around, and he made me what I am today, a trained netrunner. Now I stop the bad guys from doing bad things, and get paid more than I ever would have made in 10 lifetimes.
You know what? Bringing jobs and stability and getting money to the people of Night City is what I'm all about. Since I came into my corporate structure here, unemployment has gone down significantly. And it's all because of me, and I can make that even better. I'll use the same things I learned in founding You Belong to Us, and I'll apply them to Night City, and I swear, there won't be a person here who is looking for work, money, or a place to live. You have my word on that.
Damian Leonidas, a father to Night City, the leader you can trust.
Scott's Case Files hopes you've enjoyed this recording.
That's awesome. Thank you for holding it in, Brian. That was an awesome blast from the past from our own Steve. That was wonderful. Awesome.
Job creators should get their head stuck in a toe.
On that note, now you got me upset. That's so funny. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, that was kind of like a couple episodes ago. It was a recreation, doing the thing. I loved how searching the channels and then well, by the way, this is the actual commercial from a couple sessions ago with actually Arizona Smith. Amazing, and I have to say, Steve did an awesome voiceover there. That was impressive all around. Yeah. So to kind of recap last episode, part of the KP or the Kane plan, as it is better known, was to start off and kind of make some deals with the Fords, and the Fords did indeed bite once they got the right bait. Basically some hardware, some prestige, et cetera, et cetera. So they're in for the revolution. And another mysterious figure joined the crew. She's only known as Domino. Not to be confused with the past game, thing you do in the little things. But Domino, the awesome fixer. The figure from the shadows who knows far more than anyone thinks she does. Because she's a fixer. But yes, so we met Domino, which was awesome. And we also had to do a job for her. Because she's a woman of action, and guess what? She don't give stuff away for free. Not even the first thing. She's you don't get the first one for free. You actually pay for all of them. That's how you do good business. Unless you're a drug dealer, and I suppose the first free really actually does pay off in the long run if you're looking at volume, sales. But yeah. So we did the job. We recovered the stuff. Kane may have gone a little overboard and was very sorry for his murders. Otherwise, things went well. We paid off Domino, and Domino arranged for some explodies to be get put in the hands of the team. And I believe the next thing we're doing is we're meeting with Mack's nomad family for like an actual freaking honest to goodness nomad council meeting to see if they're in and to see how Mack's stacking up in the eyes of the family. So there. So before we continue that, I'm going to do our intro video real quick, and then we'll get to business. Let's do some cyberpunking right after this.
Roll20 was not actually logged in, just looked at. Because if you leave it open long enough, it logs you out, but it doesn't change the screen.
That's okay.
So,
if it,
so I heard nothing.
I'll put it up here for your perusal. I'll put it up in our chat on Discord.
Yeah, no worries.
That's a 100% Aaron creation. So, and we're just kind of for you, fair viewer. We're just talking about the Aaron's commercial, which is freaking awesome, by the way. I loved it. Cool. So, yes, hard work that paid off, and it's pretty awesome and pretty creative. So I love it. So here we are. unless we have anything we want to kind of cover beforehand, we can jump ahead to like basically riding right up to the council meeting. What are you guys thinking? What are your thoughts? What you doing?
Okay.
No, I guess I don't really have all that much choice.
I'm dying to know what this place looks like and who these council people are, and is it a council of the nomad tribe that we're going to?
Yeah, it's the
Actually,
the tribal council of Mack's tribe.
Okay, got it.
Oh, actually, wait, no, this is perfect.
Can't wait to
yes,
see what this
I
place
love-
is like.
Yes, actually, wait, no, I like the idea of this happening during the meeting. So, yep, I'm ready to do this. Let's do this.
What happening? What are you doing this time, King?
All right, so we're not ready to take the pin out of the helicopter yet, unless you really want to, Mac. It's up to you, really. You've earned it.
Oh, I'm gonna get helicopter no matter what. But
are we riding that out to the meeting or no?
Oh, I figured I'd be taking it from there.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, and technically what it says is, when Moto goes up, you can either enhance your current vehicle or add a new vehicle that you get to use. Because technically all the vehicles for Nomads belong to the family as a whole.
True. Gotcha.
So,
all right, well, let's see if we can work that in.
We can drive up.
You've absolutely earned that advancement, so absolutely. Yeah, so now you're all fives, yes? Correct? Including Domino, of course. Domino's fixer roll level 5. Perfect.
I don't know what it means yet, but yes, I am.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
Nobody knows.
So okay, let me frame the scene, and we can kind of go from there. So, Domino, I'm assuming you're now part of the team. You're going along, yes?
Yeah. I had to figure at least why she's going along, and I guess. What did you tell her about this meeting, Mac?
Need a little recap.
Apparently, one of my exes is now all buddy with Leonidas there and appearing on his commercials, and now everybody in my family, oh, that's your ex, you must be a traitor. Fucking idiots.
Drama. What have you told, if Domino was to ask you, what would you tell her about this potential council meeting, I think is the question. Like, what is the council meeting?
Usually council meetings just an excuse for everybody to get in one place and get completely fucking wasted. But it really depends on exactly,
Team building.
how so. Well, either wasted or drag races or wasted drag races. Really, all right. We like our cars, but also they at least try to accomplish family business. They say, assuming anybody's sober enough to remember what they're supposed to be doing. They seem pretty serious about this, so I don't know. Maybe they'll have like a designated ranter or something who's only drinking cranberry juice tonight. I don't really know. They're full of shit. So
yeah, so it's a lot of people coming into town.
The family itself isn't that big. There's only probably about 60 of us, but
yeah. I mean, and I can imagine Domino is seeing angles for new deals and new contacts, potentially.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could do something here. With operator rank 5, reach once per month, working with other fixers of your rank, you can set up a night market. While at a night market, that you have helped organize, you can always find a source. Find a place to source items of up to super luxury.
Cool.
Oh, it would definitely be easy to turn this gathering of the nomads and council having a night market on that. They'd probably end up doing that themselves otherwise. But yeah, I could see totally having a hand in organizing that and thus being able to get a hold of whatever you damn well please.
Yeah, that's probably what she would want to be doing, is to help working together with some other fixers to help set up a night market around the council.
So I'm going to say your level 5 operator role. In addition to that, it's going to give you the ability to even kind of network or know where this council meeting happens. It actually doesn't happen in Night City. It happens in the Barrens just outside. So you're going to basically be able to network with some other fixers, maybe even a fixer that belongs to the tribe, and kind of organize this as like a potential profit-making thing. In addition to the honest to goodness council meeting that's happening. I'll say, yeah. So yeah, it's certainly, you can definitely do that. Through your contacts, your kind of web there, you do know that this is not the get together and party thing. This is the do family business, and if all doesn't go to hell, then party and then night market type of thing. So you, Domino, you get that definite information and that vibe off of what's happening.
All right.
Cool. All right. So let me set the scene for you all. Mack's driving in. Again, it's in the Barrens outside of Night City proper. You kind of pass that last checkpoint, go past like those buildings that used to belong to the workers that built Night City before Night City was a thing, and now they're all decrepit, falling apart. There's still people, the dregs of the homeless, the people who can't scrounge anything inside or forced outside. And you kind of see, little fires, someone trying to keep warm here and there inside the buildings and outside on a rooftop of these crumbling structures. And it's about another 10-minute drive at max speed out of Night City. And you see, you start to see another light in the distance. This one it's not huge. It's large. It looks strange on the horizon as it comes at you. As you get closer, you see that's like, it looks almost like a circus big top, but it's not. And you're kind of looking, unless if you have cyber, if you can, zoom in on stuff using any cyber optics, you'll see before everyone else that this is actually made up of like a circle of vehicles. AVs, there's a helicopter over there, there's a literal freaking tank over there. There's pickup trucks, combat vehicles, things you've seen out of Mad Max on some sides. But it basically forms a circle, and off the tops, it's like there is on each of these vehicles that forms a circle, there's brackets built into the vehicle themselves. The brackets in turn hold poles of metal that in turn are covered with a combination of burlap, looks like sail material, plastic, tarp, etc. And that forms kind of like the big top portion of the show, if you will. And from inside, there's definitely a big bonfire happening. And as you close in, there's noise. There's noise of people, yelling and things shattering and breaking. There's some kind of party or argument or something going on inside. As you get closer,
smell like vehicles a lot, or
what's that?
They smell like vehicles a lot, like all exhaust and stuff, or is that cars not running?
No. It seems the cars aren't. They're all kind of parked and fixed in place right now.
Got it.
Yeah, but cars don't use gasoline these days.
Choo.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah, no, it's basically an alcohol-based biofuel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is called Choo-2.
Choo-2.
But yeah, it's like an alcohol-based fuel made from like corn.
I've never had to fill a car.
Yeah, he has never had to do that himself. He had people for that. Damn it, people. Excellent. So as you approach Mack, Mack, exactly what's happening. They're kind of, there's this kind of, this is not this very much mirrors kind of a Native American feel in the sense of, this is a ceremony. This is a familial ceremony that's happening, and people are gearing up for it. You need that adrenaline, that purpose to be kind of filled in you. And so there's a kind of like I won't say it's a pre-party, but it's kind of like, people are dancing around and moving around, and, there's like engines outside of vehicles sitting inside that are being revved, and just whatever it takes to kind of get people that adrenaline going and that focus happening. And as you kind of get to where you should park, Mac, you obviously know exactly what it is. On the outside of this circle, you're met by like a couple they're lower level members of the tribe. You vastly outrank them. And they're kids. They're like 14 years old. Both of them, one guy, one gal. No sign of cybernetics on them visually, but that's not uncommon, for teens who are not quite full grown yet.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks it's a great idea to cyber up kids unless it's something, that's not going to interfere. Anyway, but they come up to you, Mac, there's lots of talk, Mac. You got to get in there.
What are they talking about?
They're talking about Hightower and like the one, his name is Simone. And he's like, I knew Hightower, man. I hung out. We hung out. He got me some, my first taste of Smash. Hightower's okay.
What are you doing freaking Smash that young?
Well, Hightower gave it to me. But it was cool because Hightower was cool.
Yeah, and now it seems Hightower is not being so cool. And for whatever reason, they've decided that I'm not being so cool, even after years of looking for Hightower. No, we've been apart for years, but I don't know, Max evil.
Yeah, the other
Trust
one.
Me, kids, you can't trust anybody over 30.
So Zim, the guy.
That's why they think you're bad? Is because you're old?
Yeah, we don't think that. We think he's pretty cool. The other kid, let's call him Jay. Jay's like, yeah, I mean, you're cool in our book, man. And Jay kind of like comes over to you. He's like, hey, just for kicks, just in case you need it. Hey, put this under your shirt in the back. And he hands you like the cheapest ass light pistol you've ever seen. It literally is a one-use thing, like where you get it out of the package at the 7-Eleven, and it has like over the barrel, it has like the little plastic thing with the tab where you take the tab off, and now it's ready to fire.
That's adorable.
Yeah. I think they actually mentioned those in the book, but yeah, it's a little one-shot zip gun.
He's like, yeah, just take it just in case, all right? We got your back. We know you're cool.
Oh God.
Will do, Chumba.
Like, yeah.
All right.
They're waiting for you.
You guys hang out somewhere where it'll be easy to get out. Things might get a bit exciting.
Is there any part of this I could film?
Yeah, I mean, are you asking me or you're asking Mac?
I'm actually asking Mac.
Okay.
What are your tribe's rules on media coverage?
Generally, they're pretty disapproving of it.
Okay. It doesn't surprise
me. Keep family business in the family. Don't air our dirty laundry.
Oh, it makes sense. Maybe I'll interview these two.
But the people have a right to know.
So it's like, I'm not supposed to do that. That was one of the things I swore not to do when I became part of the family. So that's absolutely something I cannot record this at all. I absolutely cannot do that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, see ya.
The subtext is tough to read on that.
if you need it, if we can use it to get more people on our side for any reason, I'm starting to actually have a larger effect. My pieces are starting to the number of people that watch has really gone up, so we can start using that to our advantage. And if we need to get some news out and broadcast something that'll help, just let me know.
Yeah, but it's not like I can let you really know. I can't do anything. You get one of those big long ones.
Domino just looking around, watching people, trying to like suss out the social dynamics and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're definitely feeling, even with these two here, there's a hierarchy at work here. They are at the bottom. They have yet to prove themselves. You can kind of see Mack. Mack, I don't know. We haven't really talked yet about like any coming of age type things that this particular family does, but whatever it is, they don't have it. They're unscarred. They don't look like they're tested. It doesn't look like they've really, been forced out into the wasteland on their own or had to really fight to survive. They haven't been like, they're children. Therefore, the adults are in charge of their welfare, and that much is obvious because they look nice, they smell nice. While their clothes aren't the best, they're well kept. And obviously they don't have the means to make that happen. So you can kind of tell the feel here is someone is taking care of them because they're children.
Has ever seen a dead body?
What?
You guys ever seen a dead body?
The kids are like, yeah.
Just checking. Did you ever kill anybody?
You ever been to a Turkish prison?
Oh, God damn it. You ever been to a bathhouse?
So, yes. So that's the Daryl feel you get, Domino. What do you call it? Jay looks over at Kane and kind of then looks over to Max, and he's like in the kind of the family patois is like, hey, who's the output available?
Oh, this one? No, I don't know. Really, I don't.
What do they mean by output?
All these people look shifty, if you know what I mean.
Luckily, Kane did not catch that. Kane is... It's kind of like a half and half for Kane at the moment. Kane's kind of in the moment with them, with Mack and them, but at the same time, it's an intense argument going on right now with Kane, KK, and Knock Knock.
Fair enough. Yeah, on the two levels, trying to psych up, and then you got the internal trialogue.
Mm-hmm. It's more of like a trial. I said a few sessions ago that Knock Knock had a secret. It's time for that secret to be known.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
Why is it always a not fun secret? Could it be? Do you have any fun secrets? We hear those.
Who said this is bad? Just watch.
Is this a secret that Mack is going to disapprove of?
Yeah, Charlie speaking, yes.
Domino has.
I'm going to say you might. Be
Domino has lots of secrets.
You might be sad at the end.
Right now, I'm more concerned with all of these so-called elders thinking they are oh so wise assholes. And then trying to be creative about what they can stick where.
Cool. Hugh, as a note to you, you're kind of like in the AR view of your agent. You see there's kind of like there's this candle icon over to one side, and it's slowly burning down. and that's like the networks. Hey, you have bonus coming. You're in the you're trending on cyber Twitter for now, but that's coming down. So is the money we're going to give you for stuff. So by the way, here's a visual reminder of that.
Yeah, thanks. Crap. I gotta pay for my new hiking boots somehow. Oh my gosh.
All right.
I guess it's time to get this party started.
Yep. Yeah. With that, you're escorted in by those two, if that can be considered escorting. And you walk in the open area. Oh no! Well, we lost Domino.
No.
Share.
Let's see. I was just imagining you saying like, share, and subscribe, and then doing a peace sign and smashing a can of beer across their forehead.
That's a good idea. I may just do that. Are you available for visual work? We'll see about that. Awesome. So yes, you guys are escorted in, and there's like only one entrance in and out. You can squeeze. If you can get up on top of one vehicle or another, you can of course squeeze like out here and there. But the entrance is like where the vehicles stop is about a 20-foot wide area. You walk in, you find yourself like it's a circle. In the center, there is a bonfire that's kind of large. There's like reveler type feeling along like either side. On the far side, there's a table set up, a set of tables, and behind them, it is what looks to be like honest to goodness, tribal elders. These are this is the council you're looking at, and there's 5 of them. And yeah, in contrast to those kids, these people have those marks. These people have been through the stuff. They've, gone through the trials. They've seen a lot. They should be dead, but they're not. Probably why they're elders.
Now, do we get to see and or hear anything of what's going on, or are we kind of shut out from this now?
No, you're all walked inside.
Okay.
The party is dying down now that you're entered. You are the main attraction at this point. So the revelers to each side of the bonfire now are kind of coming down and moving towards like the far side of the bonfire on either side, basically packing in on either side of that tribal council. And this woman who appears to be the matriarch gestures forward. Mack, that's that matriarch who is indeed the matriarch is Trina.
Before Matt goes up, Domino will grab Mack's arm and squeeze once, and then twice, and then cough.
Cool. You've just been programmed.
Oh god.
Meep morp robot.
What do y'all do?
I'm not saying I'm recording. Wink, wink. But in case something should happen that's really interesting, I might just have caught it live. So
excellent.
While I'm listening, I'm just going to activate my voice stress analyzer.
Oh, nice. Why don't you catch us up? What does that do specifically? I think you're the only one with one of them.
A voice stress analyzer. When everybody's talking, I can detect the subtle stresses in their voices, and if they're lying, I hear a beep.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty much every time somebody lies, you secretly roll my human perception, and if I get high enough, the implant beeps.
Oh, interesting. Well, I don't do secret rolls, so I'll have to see it. But does it give you pluses to that at all or anything?
I'd
have to look at it.
Well, just anytime they lie, I get to roll human perception to see if I detect the lie.
Gotcha.
+2. I think it's +2 on your perception.
Okay. Oh yeah, +2. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying that skill kind of that's what that's for. So like everybody can potentially do that. Potentially, you just do it better with that cybernetics. and you're actively monitoring it too, so that does count for a lot. So I will let you know, and I'll just have you roll because I don't do secret rolls.
Okay.
And we'll figure out stuff.
That's just what it says in the book, but it's fine.
That's cool. I'm all about Domino doing their own rolls because Domino is a fully grown person. She can handle her rolls.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do you guys do? What are you up to? You're being beckoned forward by the matriarch.
I follow Mack's lead, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
Or if he's
I
not
will.
leading, I'm gonna nudge.
Yeah, the nudge. Get walking.
I guess I can saunter forward slowly, carefully, not actually paying any attention.
Kane looks like he's taking a confident step forward. On the inside, though, Knock's running around like an idiot on the inside of the mine, going, I killed that one's dad. I killed that one's mom, that one's brother, that one's sister. I killed that whole family. That's why they have a memorial up." And Kane screaming, "Why the fuck don't you listen to me? Why are you the only entity inside of me that refused to be anything like me?" At least KK makes fucking sense. He just has no emotion whatsoever. KK's like, "That is true, but fuck you."
I've seen that look before in KK's eyes as he starts recognizing people in the room.
That's
that, like,
unfucking nerving as hell.
Yeah. And so I turned to Kane. Kane, everything good? You got everything under control here?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Kane just gives you a nod and a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Flash on the inside. Kane screaming, "Why?"
Yeah, Domino definitely positions herself so that they can't both look at her and Mack at the same time.
Excellent. Cool. So Mack, this is not your first tribal council. This is your first time on this end of it. Normally, you're those revelers, kind of hanging out, waiting for the people to come in. And when they come in, you crowd around, towards the side of the elders. But yeah, this time, it's kind of like that feeling of a diving board. When you look up at the diving board, it doesn't really look that high. It's literally 10 feet up. That's all it is. It's 10 feet. You get up there, and it looks like it's 3 miles high. So that's the same kind of effect here. Watching it, it's like, oh yeah, that's easy peasy, whatever. They'll come in and do it, say what they have to say, and whatever. On this side, it's like, holy crap, I'm in front of all the elders. These are the people I was literally raised to respect and revere. And they're about to judge over me. And they remain silent until you're in front of them, unless you say something first. What do you do, Mack?
Nice view up here.
Yeah. The matriarch. Go ahead.
Act casual, just kind of like look like I'm like blowing them off. It's kind of like nice view up here, and then just like look around, not pay any attention to them.
There's something we said for balls. So yeah, the matriarch is like, you know why you're here, Mack?
No, actually, I don't. You're the one who wanted me here.
A couple of the elders to either side are making comments to you've heard it before. Mack is too literal. Talk. You have to think like Mack to talk to Mack. And she's like, I am the matriarch. I'll talk to Mack as I please. And she kind of turns back to you and kind of takes her. She has like this old heavy pistol that she's had. It's like it has a name. It's Blue Thunder, and it has a name because it's defended the tribe on many occasions and executed people. It's, mercy killed both animals and humans, and et cetera, et cetera. It has a history, it has a story. And Blue Thunder is now being slammed on the tabletop in front of her. Like, Hightower was not a member of this tribe, but Hightower was close to you, Mack, and now they're working with Leonidas, the slave driver.
Yeah, no, it's awful funny. You remember Hightower, and you also remember that Hightower completely fucking vanished with absolutely no trace on this forsaken earth years ago, only to just pop back up a couple of days. You think just maybe that they might have been doing something on their own without me during the 2-3 fucking years I've been looking for them and not seeing them, not finding them. And as soon as they pop up, you assume the person who's been trying to find them has actually been collaborating with the whole damn time. Excuse me, what the fuck kind of logic is that? No offense meant. No offense to them.
Mack, roll persuasion. Roll persuasion.
I offer some kibble to Domino. This is going to be good. You want some? We should just sit back and watch this show.
Oh, you're good. Make sure you're filming Kane.
Yeah.
Make sure you're filming Kane.
Oh, jeez.
Oh well, you've got the recording eye now, so I mean, you're pretty much just filming everything all the time.
Yep.
It's just a matter of whether or not you keep it.
I'm vlogging this.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what's going inside Kane's mind. That will come later. All I'm going to tell you right now is Kane takes a step forward, freezes, whimpers, and goes, "What?" Stops for a second, then looks over to Mack, and then Knock Knock's voice goes, "I love you, Mackie. This is goodbye."
And I will point at Kane and say, "Sit the fuck down."
Oh no, Kane opens his eyes back again and goes, "I'm fine. Knock Knock was just going away." And he's going to tell the tribal elders, well, not tribal elders, going to tell this patriarch,
Matriarch. Woman.
Matriarch. Unfortunately, I have to tell you that I'm responsible for a lot of your people disappearing and dying. For me to continue this conversation, I believe I have to be honest.
You're not even part of this conversation.
Shut up, Mack.
Yeah, the matriarch will do the silence. And she'll kind of gesture towards like 3 people from the crowd and then back to Kane. And before you know it, you're basically 2 people are holding, people holding an arm. And then behind you, someone grabs a lock of hair and just holds your head in place. You can, of course, resist that or do whatever you want. But if you don't resist, that's what's happening.
No, he ain't going to resist.
That was not the time.
It's not the time. The matriarch, again, she's this old grizzled woman. And she's just like, "We'll deal with you next. Family business first."
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Domino just looks over at Hugh and kind of raises an eyebrow and folds her hands and just questioningly.
Well,
what's about to happen?
Kibble? It's sour cream flavored if you want some. Sour cream and onion.
She shakes her head.
Oh, you mean the show. Yeah. Sorry. I'll explain later. We have a lot of history.
We have a lot of history. Wow. Hugh hi. My name is Hugh Huntley, and I'm here to accept the Understatement of the Century Award. So, yeah. Pardon me. The matriarch's like, "You say you've broken all contact with them, but we know how Leonidas works. He finds an edge. He finds a weakness. He takes that weakness. He prods it. He pokes it. He uses it on someone to get information. How do we know?
That's why he's a monster.
Basically, you're saying you don't trust Mack? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so like the matriarch now gestures to Hugh Huntley and she gets the cane treatment. He gets the cane treatment now. One on each arm and holding the head from the back, holding the face in place. We'll get to you after that one.
What the fuck?
I just paid for that hair.
So, okay, so let me get this straight. You are calling me guilty by distant, year-separated association. Is that it?
We're saying Leonidas uses the soft parts of a person and turns them into information machines. Now, we've had convoys hit that shouldn't have been. And now, there's talk that perhaps word of those convoys were leaked. Perhaps to someone who was fearing for a loved one, who didn't want to watch their loved one be harmed, hurt, brought to constant agony for lack of an answer. And we would understand that. So now is the time to come clean, Mac. If that's the case, we can work this out. We can make this right.
So, what about that young little thing, what was sucking on your chest last year, and haven't seen her around at all? Maybe Leonidas has been pumping her for information, so you're the one who should be up here on trial. Is that what you're saying? Everybody who's ever had an association with somebody who's not around me now, that Leonidas might have pumped them for information, so it's that person's fault? In that case, pretty much everybody here is guilty by your own damn logic, especially you.
Well, the difference being my tit sucker didn't show up on an advertisement for Damian Leonidas' election campaign.
But you're not denying that he may have pumped her.
But
Jesus Christ. He's almost worse off than Kane.
What you're accusing is that Leonidas might have gotten information out of Hightower, which wasn't on TV, right? He's just on there. So what you're accusing of was something that was not on TV. So whether or not this person was on TV is irrelevant. So you are guilty as charged.
How many years do you have under your belt, Mac? How many years?
That really doesn't matter. Because you know what? Young people can rewrite, and old people can be fucking idiots. And, well, I'm not a fucking idiot.
Actually, you're both dumb.
Oh, God.
I think
King gets a head shake out of that one.
Looking over and going, shut up.
You're both really dumb. You're not even... You're both arguing semantics about a fucking monster.
Oh my God.
And so instead, because you have your knickers in a twist, that everybody had to come here and interfere with paying work and things they had to do, and whether or not I was going to have Damian Leonidas run up a flagpole in Pike stuck where the sun don't shine for all to see, but I'm not doing that right now because I'm here listening to you spout conspiracy theories because you have nothing better to do and you're desperately trying to grab on to the last vestiges of significance you have in what's left of your short, pathetic little life.
So yeah, there's the crowd is now like it's like you can't even make out a single voice. Like there's a cacophony of growling and yelling and talking, and there's some crying crying in there.
That's all you can do. Point to somebody and say, your boyfriend from back when you were a teenager turned out to be a bad person, so you're guilty. Hello? Have I done anything against the family? No. Have you done it? Yes. You're leveling accusations against somebody and accusing him of being guilty of doing nothing. Nothing. That's what you have literally said and repeated over and over, is that I didn't do anything, but there is a possibility, a remote chance, only a maybe, that somebody else who I once knew may, not certain, may have done something, and therefore I am guilty of what somebody else has done. How is that? How am I guilty? Beyond a reasonable doubt? You have no doubts that my doing nothing is actually me committing high treason, is what you're saying.
So she picks up Blue Thunder, and she aims it straight at Mack's heart. And she's like, Blue Thunder has opened up on people for a lot less than you just did, Mack.
Blue Thunder.
You know that. And you know they had it coming. You may you may feel like you have some power here. You believe you have power here?
I have all the power here because you're the one who came in front of the entire family and said that somebody deserves to die because of nothing they did. And only the remote chance that somebody else who is not part of the family might have done something. Might have. You can't even prove. You're not even likely. You have no evidence whatsoever. And you've decided that I need to be put to death because of what? Your insecurity. You're the one who called the entire family to witness your baseless accusations. You have no power here.
You have no power here.
You have no power here because you have nothing. You have nothing. You said maybe somebody else might have had something done to them. Therefore, a third party who is not involved in that at all is guilty and should be put to death. That's what you said. And you said that, and you doubled down, and you tripled down in front of the entire family. I don't know how the rest of you all think that just this old lady can just say, you winked one time, and that must have been communicating a secret code to somebody who's going to betray the family and just put you to death on her say-so. Do you like that? Does anybody like that? Do you all like knowing that your life is literally in the hands of a delusional old lady who will point a gun at an unarmed person with no evidence whatsoever? So she doesn't need any evidence with any of you.
You're cut off by the sound of a gunshot.
Oh, God.
Boom.
Which gunshot?
Which gunshot? Blue Thunder thunders, and the ground in front of you kind of splatters up. Right now, we're gonna. This is like textbook showdown or face down. So go ahead and I'll roll hers and you roll yours, and let's see what we got.
Oh no!
Domino takes off her mirror shades and carefully cleans them with a cleaner cloth.
Oh, Kane's going to tell the people holding them. You know, it's funny. They're doing all this, but you know, after Leonidas gets elected, you're all going to die anyway.
So I don't know. What kind of reputation do I have in the family then? Should I just use my rank 5?
Let's see. So reputation technically is your reputation, your street rep. But you got a good point. It should be the your rep inside the tribe. Let's do.
At some point, I'm interested in getting a read on the crowd to see if Mack had started to kind of turn their opinion, like a human perception roll or something.
Yeah. Go ahead, do that. I'm gonna make my roll quick though. Hold on, one sec.
Yep, sure.
All right. Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice. All right. Hugh, go ahead and make your roll, please. Do you like a perception or human? What's what I'm looking for?
Human perception.
Yeah, human
I could
perception.
do a human perception too.
Sure, go for it. Ooh, nice.
Damn.
Plus
She
your
sees everything.
plus your +2.
No, I got this.
All right. Cool. So
that's awesome.
Okay, so Aaron, I'm sorry, Hugh and Domino. As you kind of watch the crowd, you kind of get that again. Hugh, especially in one sense, and Domino especially in another sense. But especially for Hugh is Hugh. You've been around a lot of actors in your life. You are an actor for all intents and purposes, and it looks like the council members are playing parts right now. It's like I won't say there's a script, but there were things that were meant to happen. And things are not as they seem. Domino, on your side, you're kind of used to, your kind of specialization is to a great deal, see when's the deal going bad? When do I get the hell out of Dodge? Type of thing. And you see another level from what Hugh's seeing. You're seeing very much like, the kind of the neonates of the tribe, the kind of younger kids and the, just been maids, who are kind of crowded around the sides. They are, not in on the joke, as it were. But it's like you can see from the elders that this is very much in control. This is what it just happened is not unexpected. In fact, you can kind of see there was like a hope for this to go down.
So I imagine with her like covert training, she can see like the fault lines. Is there like a fault line between the young people and the elders, or?
It's like there's a different story going on between the two groups, the elders and then those who are not elders. You can kind of see again that the not elders are kind of like they're not in on the joke. They're not in on the story. The elders were looking for something to happen. And this was not unexpected what just occurred.
Damn it, they're useless.
I'm gonna relay that to Mack. That perception, or at least my part of the perception. You're being played, man.
So, what you're saying is basically the elders are trying to use this as a pretext to get rid of Matt.
No, I did not say that. No, you are incorrect in your assumption there. I'm saying that the elders staged this. This is not
fake.
This is not real. This is not real, but the others don't know that. They're not in on the joke. What direction they're going with this, even your role isn't able to tell.
Okay.
But it is a power play to try and control everything.
So it's just theater. They're like...
Sure.
So it's just all like political theater.
In a sense, yeah. Again, I don't want to go any further than that. That's what your role gets you. So I take that as you will. So yeah, Mack, you kind of see the elders gesture to the tables, and the kind of the younger kids around there remove them, so they're suddenly gone. There's nothing between you and the elders. Nope.
All right, I guess. And so the dirt's kicked up at my feet, and I'm just going to look straight at them and start walking straight towards them deliberately. And I'm going to continue to rant if I can continue to rant.
Kane's gonna shout, kick her ass, kick her old ass, Kane. I'm not Kane, I'm Mack. Kick her old ass, Mack.
So, is this what it is now? That you believe power comes from the barrel of a gun? Is that what you've come down to in your doddering old age?
So yeah, they as Mac walks at them, they walk at Mac, and as you kind of meet, the woman laughs like a belly laugh, and she says, "Mac, shut the fuck up. You're good. You never fucking learn to stop talking. Stop now. You made your point. You're good. We never doubted you." And the other elders kind of form kind of like a half circle around you and reach out, touch your shoulder. You're like, "We were just seeing if you were ready to move up." And guess what? You are. You're fair. You don't want the power. You see when the power is being abused. That's what we like. That's what you stand for, and that's why we've been looking at you to raise you up for a while now. But this seals the deal. So thanks. You may talk again.
So what, I'm just some kid in a chocolate factory?
No. You're not there yet.
There are a lot more polite, less abusive ways to go about this.
Yeah, those don't work for family. We have to see you under pressure. Any child can act under polite circumstances. You get threatened with exile or execution, you get shot at with Blue Thunder here. Now that's the kind of thing we want our people thinking under and acting under. So yeah. So pick a vehicle. Pick one. We brought a bunch for you in anticipation of you actually succeeding. It's yours. They're like, the whole crowd is like, you can tell again, the whole crowd, the kids, the younger people were not in on this. And they were like, holy shit. We were, you can tell they were totally ready for Matt to get his face blown off. Or the matriarch to get her face blown off or something. Somebody was getting a face blown off. And suddenly this has turned into a celebration. You've been raised up. That's important.
Well then, I think I know exactly what I need. Do what I am planning to do. No thanks to you assholes.
There's a lot of laughs at that one. And your people let go both Hugh and Kane.
Yeah, thanks.
You just shut up. Just stay shut up, okay? This is my turf.
Yeah, it's true. If ever that was true, this is now true. Yes.
Kane just starts picking his nose.
Oh my god.
Kane just picks his nose with his pinky. He's just.
It's like,
shut up.
it's a nomad camp. Trust me, nose picking is not the worst that happens.
Oh, it's like the elders. Looks like the elders. It's like, now, if you know what's good for you, you're going to get out there and you're going to have a good time with family. Or I'm going to have to start yelling again.
They and as Max says that, they start literally rolling out the barrel, and I don't mean to polka, though that may happen later. So yeah, there's barrels. There are clear bottles that have various colors of liquid in them. Some may actually make you blind. We're not sure. And the matriarch's like, all right, before we celebrate our raising up a Mack, I told this one we'd have business. My word is my bond. So what's going on? You're saying you killed a lot of us. A lot of people killed a lot of us.
Kane finishes picking their nose, flicks a booger.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's a completely different demeanor change to Kane. You're going to notice. Kane's like, oh yeah, but let me tell you something. The ones that you think killed your people, that's a load of bullshit. That's why I was having so much fun listening to you and Mac have your little argument.
Oh my god.
It's like it's like about with the convoys and everything. It's like, oh no, that was me. Kane does a little smile. But here's the thing, though. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to see people die anymore. Because if Leonidas becomes mayor, unfortunately, I know his game plan, and your group doesn't fit it. You all seem like a great group of people. I want to get drunk with you after this is done. Hopefully you have Bloody Marys. But you don't fit his night city. And either he makes you fit or you go away. And I want to prevent that. I just felt it was best for me to tell you where I come from. And a little of my background before even opening my mouth. Because I'd rather you not find out later and then have to explain for it. Kane goes back to picking his nose.
We got to work on your delivery, man.
Yeah, he was totally like, I can coach you. I like, literally, this is my job to make impressions. Like, in your fucking life.
Kane just looks back to you. What? It's best to pull the Band-Aid off quick.
Yeah, after you win the trust.
I apologize for this person here. They are highly inappropriate in all ways, but it's very helpful to have an HVAC technician with us at times.
The hell's an HVAC? Kane's just like, the hell are you talking about? I'm here to kill people, and you know that.
Yes, you're an HVAC technician. He specializes in ventilation.
Oh my god. So there's some rumbling, and they're like, one of the other, not the matriarch, but one of the other elders, kind of like someone gets to his ear, and he looks to Domino. He's like, You're a fixer in town, aren't you?
What? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, one of the elders kind of has someone, pull up to him and talk to him, get his ear, and then he looks to Domino and he's like, "You're one of the city fixers, aren't you?"
Yeah, she put her mirror shades back on. Yes. I've reached out to contacts in the local, what are they called again? Nomads. And I think we were in talks of setting up a night market here for this particular council.
Yep, brings commerce to us. We appreciate it. You've been good to us, so we're going to call you okay. You get it? You're okay. Tell me you understand.
Of course.
Good. Looks to Hugh, and he's like, "Yeah, we don't even flash your smile. We recognize you, Huntley, and we don't have any problem with you either. You done pretty well with the nomad reporting. I hope thanks to Mack."
Yeah, well, like I said to Mac, there's a lot of stuff that needs to change, and if you need something to be exposed, all you got to do is call. I'll be there.
Well, that makes you okay, he says. You got me?
I gotcha.
Then looks over at Kane, and he kind of whispers to the matriarch. The matriarch's like, "This one, we still have family business. Looks like they want to talk, but
And
but
Kane goes, I'm going to kill Leonidas.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I don't think Mack is going to have a problem with this. There's a certain justice. You've admitted to totally screwing us over, killing members. There has to be some justice here. I hear what you're saying, and yeah, I know Leonidas is looking to clean house and make things different, and that includes maybe wiping out a bunch of local families, and we have a stake in that. But you're leaving here without your right arm tonight, one way or another.
I'll take your fucking head. And Kane smiles back.
Mack, explain to your buddy here that...
Oh, no. You can take the arm, but I'm killing one of you then. One of you must die.
Mack, we're going to have to kill your friend now.
Kane, can you
have
act
a
like you're at
character,
least...
right?
You can,
you did write up a couple characters, right?
Yeah, I know Domino is, for the whole thing, is just basically monitoring everybody around her.
Domino's like, don't shoot me. I'm not with them.
And trying to figure out, the social fault lines and all the different factions.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We'll go through that as it becomes important. But yeah, you definitely see clicks here and there and that kind of goodness.
And who has easier? Mostly she's just they're fucking stupid. They need to stop talking.
All right, Mack, what's Mack saying?
Must you always be so damn obstinate?
Yeah, you have to be more specific who you're talking to, Mack.
All of you, both of you, just...
Kane doesn't have any weapons or is threatening or anything. He's just like, yeah.
Oh, I know what he has.
Oh no! I was just saying, it's like you do realize he could have made a big scene when they grabbed him, but no, he's being a little calm. You can talk him down from this. You just gotta say the right thing.
Now, Kane, you remember you, or at least this body, did some naughty things once upon a time, right? Right.
Kane's gonna look at the person who told him he needs it, but I need my arm to kill Leonidas. They can have it after I kill him. And I'll even be nice, I'll throw in a foot.
Yeah, the matriarch shakes her head and she's like, Mack, explain to your friend that he really doesn't have a choice in this. Translate, because he doesn't speak our language. Obviously.
Why don't you just behave
Kane's gonna rip off his own arm with a cyber snake.
Oh my god!
My god!
Well,
okay,
that's gonna take a roll. That's psychotic. That's totally fucking with your own self-existence. Let's see here. Let's take a look.
Domino pretty much thinks that Kane's like a cyber psycho at this point.
And part of him maybe is. Let's see here. Wow. What is a good one here?
Melee weapon.
Melee weapons. No. What do we have in the way?
Oh wait, I do have a first aid. Right? We can say it's a first aid, a surgical procedure.
Yeah, there's no
it's literally just Kane just going to be turning, going. Bleh.
All right.
I mean, getting a new arm does not take long and does not take much money.
Who says
True.
Kane needs another arm? Kane just
Yeah, he's
thought
a
about
Kane.
it. Kane just thought about it.
Said they needed another arm.
Kane thought about it and was like, "Wait a minute! I can just wrap my snake around my waist and use my snake as an arm."
So,
Screw it.
so here, do this. So this goes against every instinct in any human's brain. Ripping off your own arm comes under the heading of really bad for survival, and we're wired for survival. That's kind of our thing. That's what we do. That's what our genetics have kind of predispose us to. So you're going to have to succeed with, I will say, and I use persuade because you really are, it's one against the other in your brain. I'm going to say you need a persuade of 25 to be able to do this to yourself.
Though technically, since there's a night market here, they can buy a cyber arm at the council.
Oh my god, always selling, Domino. Always closing.
This is gonna end well. Oh god. Blech. Nope.
No, there's that survivor part of Kane that's like, this is a really bad idea. Can't do it.
Is that a crit fail?
No, it would be red. Oh no, there is a crit fail on there.
Oh no! Technically, he rolled a 2. You got a 1 on the D8. It's yeah. If you look at that help under skills, it explains why they use weird dice. But yeah, he got a 2.
Okay.
So
I'm going to say, because this sucked so bad, not only can you not rip off your own arm, but a personality not in control takes control right now.
I got to get a new solo.
Here's the problem, though. There are no more personalities. I said I would explain later.
Oh, goodness.
They don't exist. They don't exist anymore.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's not good news.
I basically had to combine KK, Knock Knock, and Kane together. This is why Kane's acting different.
Oh, great. So, yeah, here we are. I will say then, yeah.
He becomes Charles?
He becomes Charles. Wrong world. So you're just not able to do it. You were, again, and Kane, KK, Knock Knock, whatever personality was trained to be that survivor. If there's that 1% chance of surviving the mission, that's what they were trained to be. They were trained to be that 1%, and it just won't allow them to like do it themselves. There's that. It's one thing to have someone say they're going to do it, but to actually rip off your own arm is like, that just goes against literally everything they've been conditioned to do. You don't do that. That's bad.
Kane, well, Kane's gonna look at the picture and go, "Shit, I tried. Here, you do it."
Don't worry. And the matriarch will kind of go like, let's hear you out before we take our due. You had something to present. We're listening. You're a friend of Mack that says something, even if you're a psychopath.
I want to give you explosives, and I want to have you, and I'm going to designate sites for you to go to. We'll have a war council, me, you, and the Fords, because we're going to be cooperating with them.
The Fords.
Yes.
You know they're a poser gang, right?
Yes.
Okay, Mack.
They're going to
interesting
help
friends.
I'm going to tell you this right now. At opposing Leonidas, there should be no distinction between who we are. We're all united together to kill him. That's all that matters. There's no nomads, no corpse, no poser gang, none of that. We're all the same people.
Yeah, one of the other elders is like, self-defense. We get that. Yeah, continue. What do we get? What do we get out of this besides wiping Leonidas off? Do we
whatever
get
you
anything
find, you take. Whatever you find, you take.
Well, we could do that now. You're saying you want us to, what he wants to blow up?
Well, unfortunately, granted, Kane's gonna look and kind of chuckle like, "Well, you could kind of do it, but you die." But what I want you to do is, we'll have it be a nice systematic attack where no one on our side has to suffer any losses. And then while that's going on, I'm going to go attack him at his house and put a big fucking rocket down his throat.
The matriarch kind of looks at Mack, smacks her lips. Yeah. Is this guy on the level, Mack?
I mean, ultimately, he's missing a lot of nuance, but that's pretty much the plan.
Is he good for it? Are we getting backstabbed? Are we getting left in the open here?
Well, I trust him, which I mean, I will admit is a bit questionable, but he's never done me wrong, and he's good for following through on what he claims he's going to do. It's, he says, I'm going to start at point A and I'm going to accomplish, point F, but there's no fucking telling what B, C, D, and E are going to be along the way.
Oh, Mac, you're the best. I'm so glad you never caught me staring at you while you sleep.
That's what you think.
Matriarch's like, all right, we got stronger. We're gonna be passing some of the kids to adulthood. They'll be joining. They'll be interesting. But yeah, we know Leonidas is coming in for the crush, and we can't let that happen. So, we're willing to hear your war council. We're willing to attend it. We're open-minded. Mac vouches for you. That's good for us. So now, we're going to party. We're going to drink a whole lot. We're going to have a night market. So I hope you brought your euro or something to trade. And then, before you leave, we're going to take our arm.
Kane's just going to hold out his left arm. You want to do it now?
He's like, we're taking the right.
Might as well get it over with. He's just going to be annoying and insufferable until then.
We're not inhuman. We'll let him get totally plastered before we cut it away.
Kane will respect that.
Then it'll be harder to stop the bleeding.
You got him. You had a med tech amongst these guys, no problem. All right.
I just gotta ask. You guys are gonna do this just because it's a chance to get back at him? No other strings attached.
Matriarch's like, we don't owe you an answer.
Kane's just going to turn to Hugh and go, why would they lie?
No, you certainly don't owe me an answer by any means. You're the ones who are about to put your lives on the line. I'm just going to film it. But
I'm just going to film it. That's a quotable quote.
But it makes me just a little bit suspicious. The Fords, they made it plain and clear what they wanted, and sure, we worked something out for them. But you guys are going to do this just because.
It's family business. So, have a drink, eat something, have fun, spend your euro at our night market, and don't worry your pretty little self.
Sounds good.
All right.
Don't worry, Hugh. They're going to get plenty out of this.
So before we cut to party/night market, or actually, the party begins, and it's exactly what you think it is. It's like, think of fraternity rave times 10, with people who really don't give a shit in a world where shit can be replaced by cybernetics and drugs are cheap, and so is alcohol. And these are family. They don't get closer than that type of thing. That's
chalkboard on the side with a finger count and a hand count and a
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the party begins in earnest, and I'm sure Domino will want to be doing some work in the crowd throughout the party, but we'll get to that. But for now, we're close to our midway mark, and this seems appropriately good place to do it. So why don't we take our halfway break, and I will see you all in 10. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Party time. Excellent.
All right. See you guys in 10. All right. Back from break. Fun, exciting, a lot of stuff happening in the first half of this session. So very awesome. Players are on top of the game, as it were. So yeah, so let's keep this going. So the party happens. There's, again, people are drunk. There's puking all over the place. People are dancing. There's gyrating. There's probably, mini orgies erupting here or there. This is a party beyond parties.
It's time to play my favorite game. I'll bet you I can tell you what color your nipples are.
Oh, Jesus. You're probably right.
Whether I'm right or not, I still win.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, that's all over the place. That goes on for several hours into the night. All the while, I'm going to say Domino is kind of working the crowd, looking around. A couple other fixers show up. Some way to a couple of your contacts in your web. Like halfway, 3/4 way through, and they basically let you know, hey, we're forming up, and with people you've contacted and people we've contacted, they're starting to form up outside the caravan here. So the night market is ready, or will be ready.
Mm-hmm.
What happens at these night markets?
I think we're about to find out.
Well, mechanically, you can buy anything from the book. There's no limits on what you can buy.
Basically, think of like those open air markets or flea markets or whatever. Kind of like those.
Except a lot of expensive stuff too.
Yeah, but I imagine a lot of people just come in with some trucks and they like take the stuff out of the trucks and start setting it up.
Yeah, Domino. What I was hoping that, since it's your night market, describe what it looks like. So we have the caravan, the circle with the dome over it, and the only rule I'll put on is that the stuff has to happen outside of this dome. So outside of that, what does this night market look like that's being set up?
Well, I imagine it's probably like a few trucks come up and people start unloading stuff out of the trucks and setting it up. And it's probably just like a big bazaar type thing where they set up some big tables and they putting like a bunch of stuff on it, like guns and like boxes of ammunition. They probably have at least one fairly big tent that's reasonably sterile where they can do cyberware implantation.
Convenient.
And let me see. Stylized, I think they probably have like a tent with a big symbol on it with that's like her like mirror shades and the top hat. It's like her symbol.
Oh, nice. Is that like a laser show in the air, with some smoke machine in the background type of thing going on to do that?
Sure, we could have some stuff like that.
Yeah, don't think small. This is the Domino night market basically. So yeah.
They'd probably have some like generators they set up and to power everything. And I'm sure they would maybe have some big like screens and they would just show a lot of maybe like a lot of the media, like the recent media that's coming around.
Mm-hmm. Like, what do you mean exactly?
Hopefully no commercials.
Yeah, no commercials.
You mean like, are we talking like recordings and that kind of thing?
Well, like movies, like probably pirated stuff.
Okay.
Know?
So is there drugs? Is there brain dance chips going around, that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, it's basically anything you could want.
Pretty cool night market.
And yeah, and I imagine like the fixers, they probably contacted a fixer from the Nomads and they set up some stuff.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go over to that booth that's got like the Batman type pow bam woo signs, except it says EMP, armor piercing, gas, incendiary, and go get some. I'm gonna pick up some new bullets and some hand grenades.
New bullets and some actual hand grenades. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll trust you. So, do you want to wheel and deal or just mark it straight off of the cost tables?
Either. I mean, I will just write it up for later if that's cool.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the math right now. But yeah, you'll come up, and again, this is not like price tags on stuff. This is very much like, hey, give me a good price. Give me a good price. What do you got? What do you want?
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Well, at the market, I can give you a good price.
Yeah, that's literally what Operator does.
Mm-hmm.
That assumes you're dealing straight with Domino, though, as opposed to some of the other vendors, that kind of thing. Domino herself can get, that's her whole job, is getting great prices on stuff. But as for Hughes getting his stuff, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, if I can't leverage my personality, I guess it's down to just straight haggling, but it kind of depends on if they're asking outrageous prices or not. I mean, if the prices are fair, I'm just going to buy it. If they're like crazy, then sure, I'll play that game.
Gotcha.
Mechanically, I can do the haggle to like lower the prices by 10%.
Right. But that's when you're involved. If you're hanging out with Hugh and trying to get him good prices, that's absolutely what you can do. But if he's just on his own, then you don't really have any control over that part.
Okay.
Yeah,
unless you're saying you do want to hang with Hugh, and that's cool.
Now I imagine she's just probably going around talking to a bunch of people, just trying to like make contacts and learn what's going on.
Gotcha.
And stuff like that.
Cool. So let's look at just for kicks. I'm kind of curious as to how Hugh does. Let's do why don't you make a persuade roll? Let's see what you get, if you get any percentage off of this. If you don't hit at least 15, they're gonna gouge you a little bit. Persuasion, yep. I don't think there's an actual haggle roll, but if there was, I'd roll that.
The skill is actually called trading.
Oh, trading. Well, this will work.
Trading. What's the skill for trading? I don't have trading.
Skills.
Is trading haggling, or is it trading actually trading like goods?
Trading
of striking a good bargain with a merchant or customer. It is a cool base skill.
Okay, let's go for that.
I do have some skill in trading, I believe.
Yes, I have skill in trading, of course.
Yes, I have some skill in trading.
Yeah, and I'll let you add another 3 to that, just because of your Hugh Huntley. That counts for something in these circles.
All right, so my cool is a 7.
Okay, so just roll.
What am I
rolling
for the die?
Let's see here. So it's just going to be cool. So let's
If
see.
you want, you can always make a new skill for trading, even though it's at 0.
Oh
Put
yeah,
it
okay.
cool.
Yep,
Give
I
it
hear ya.
a rating 3 to count for your 3 bonus, and then use that roll.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I have skills with 0 on my sheet, like tactics.
Mack is the best.
Oh, actually, I then spent some points on tactics, so
16. All right. All right. You'll get I'll give you like a 10% off the top of those grenades and the bullets for later. Yeah, you're kind of going back and forth, and
I need about 10 armor piercing. Ooh, I'll take those 10 incendiary there, and then yeah, basically just I think 3 grenades, a smoke, a tear gas, and that flashbang right there.
Oh, and that flashbang. I really want a flashbang. I've always wanted to shoot one of those. Fire one of those off. Yeah. Cool. Yep, done. Deal done. Oops, sorry.
wow, that's a pretty expensive purchase, but
Yeah, baby.
That's
20, let's see. I don't know what the flashbang is yet, but so far the rest of it adds up to like 2,600. What am I getting?
2,600?
Yeah.
Okay, so most grenades are 100 each, with the exception smoke is 50.
So
but
tear gas.
And tear gas is 50, but EMP or biotoxin is 500.
Yeah. Yeah, so the EMP is 500, so I only got 1 bullet of EMP and then 10 armor piercing and 10 incendiary, which each one of those are
Are those
100
grenades or
apiece.
bullets?
So the ammo that I got is 1 EMP bullet.
Wow.
And then 10 armor piercing bullets. And that's 1,000.
Are they bullets from guns or are they hand grenades?
So I've got 2 different things going on. I purchased some bullets, an EMP bullet, 10 armor piercing, and 10 incendiary. Right, those are all bullets. And then I have then I bought a single smoke grenade, tear gas grenade, and flashbang grenade.
Seems a lot for bullets.
It is.
Well, first, EMP is grenade only, unfortunately.
Is it?
Yeah. Page 345.
I thought I saw that it was also...
Yeah. And flashbang is grenade
that
only.
Makes more sense.
And I'm not sure about... Smoke is grenade only.
Yeah, those are grenades.
Yeah, so the price listed is either for 1 grenade or 10 bullets, if it's a bullet thing. So 1 lot for 100 EB of armor-piercing bullets gives you 10 bullets for 100 EB.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
But if it's a grenade, it's the same cost, but for only 1 grenade. So for 100 EB, I can have 10 armor-piercing bullets or 1 armor-piercing grenade.
Gotcha. So I'm going to get 100 armor-piercing bullets and 100 incendiary bullets.
Nice.
God.
I'm glad. Yeah, it's nice to be the media dude with the business write-offs. Cool. So, let's see here. So, okay, we talked about that. So, let's kind of go down the line, make sure everybody gets some time here. So, all right. So we've had Domino tell us all about the night market, and she's wheeling and dealing. Hugh Huntley's getting some bullets and grenades. Mack, you're being treated like a king by the kind of like the lower levels. You have a couple of the council walking around with you and feeding you drinks constantly. Again, you've just been raised up. This is important. This is big, and you're being treated like a king completely.
And I suppose I will submit to it, though I do look vaguely annoyed.
Well, you're getting stuff. They're giving you gifts, little things, little trinkets and stuff like that. Stuff from the road. Like I got this from the ruins of San Diego type of pin. Like I love San Diego, but obviously aged and burnt and etc. Stuff like that. But yeah, the nomads who are literal nomads travel around. This is important stuff. These are memories of places. and to a nomad, that's important. So these are trinkets, but they say something about the giver and the person they're giving it to. So that's important to take into account.
Well, I'm going to need a charm necklace at this rate.
So one of the council members who's been kind of quiet the whole time, she's the one that gives you like another drink, and she's like, "So which vehicle did you pick? I'm dying to know. There's money on this."
There's money on this. Oh, and how much do you have riding on it?
I didn't ask you. I didn't tell you. I mean, and she's like almost as drunk as you are. So what'd you pick? Tell me.
Oh, you gotta wait until I finalize my choice, and I am not going to finalize anything until all of my crew is done having fun and stocking up.
All right, getting ready for the road. I respect that. Here, have another drink. She passes you what's obviously like moonshine that was made in like someone's radiator or something like that from a truck, type of radiator moonshine. Let's drink up. You're a good person, Mack. We like you. You're gonna go far. Just don't die. Then she kind of like cruises away on her way. Now that she didn't get her answer.
I'm not gonna die.
What's that?
Smart gun link too.
Ooh.
You need it in the gun, and then you need either subdermal grip on a cyberarm or interface plugs. And then you do all of that, and it gives you a +1.
Yeah, the interface. Yeah, smart guns are just not worth it as much in Cyberpunk Red here.
Yeah. Smart gun link, is 500 to install. You need interface plugs or subdermal grip.
Yeah, there's a benefit, I think, if you're doing like full auto, you can mark people who are not targets and like fan it across them, and they won't get hit. Stuff like that is.
But yeah, it's like a quarter of a page going on about this, and then like in italics right through. Why go through all this trouble? Because making rage attacks with one, you add +1 to your check. Requires 2 of your 3 attachment slots on the weapon.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
That's at the top of 344. So
that's ridiculous.
Cool. So all right. So let's go to Kane. Kane, you're kind of, treated as one of the gang. You're getting drinks passed to you, hors d'oeuvres, AKA like probably lizard on a stick type of stuff. Because even at this kind of carnival, you still got to have your meat on a stick. Because that's how this goes. Some things don't change. So yeah, you're kind of treated around. You're being danced with. Women and men are kind of passing you around, and as you're kind of being twirled, suddenly you're face to face with the matriarch and 2 burly-looking sons of bitches. One of which has a bunch of like medical gear affixed to his outfit, his armor. She's like, "So, friend, looks like we'll have to take care of our business. It's going to be easy or hard?"
Kane holds out his arm.
All right. Easy it is. We don't want you to die, but this is going to hurt. And the 2 burly dudes actually hold your arm. You're like, what the? And then behind you is where the chainsaw comes. So that hurts like no pain you ever felt. In fact, I'm gonna apply one of the mental trauma rule. Roll 1d6 for me and take that in humanity loss.
As if you didn't already have enough mental trauma.
Yeah. All right. What'd you get? Okay, so take 2 humanity off.
Yeah.
Could have been worse. So yeah, so this is it. You've not known pain like this. It's like you feel the burn, you feel the pain, you feel kind of like the ripping as the dudes are kind of like trying to help this along by pulling the limb away. And we'll fade to black here, but suffice to say that this is the most painful thing that Kane has ever felt. When he comes to, he's laying in like one of those cyber Ripper Doc tents out there, and his wound has been tended and cauterized. But you're also I'm not, for the purposes of this session, I don't think we need to worry about your damage per se. But I will say, like, you feel that phantom limb syndrome where it's like, you can feel your hand in a fist. You can feel it. It's literally there. You can feel it. You can feel your fingers clenched against one another. You can feel it balled up. You can feel like the tenseness in your muscles in your forearm, but it's not there. And there's a Ripper Doc looking down at you. He's like, "Are you gonna be a pussy and go for the medical upgrade, or do you want some real hardware? You got some euro?"
Yeah, he wants the real hardware.
Actually, Kane's gonna look at the doc and go, "Nah, I'm gonna match my dad," and he's gonna leave the tent with one arm.
Oh my god. So yeah,
Kane's gonna go look for Mack.
Mack, yeah. So, well, let's say, just for kicks, let's say everybody's kind of starting to gather up, at one of the vendor tents at this point. Domino is probably either striking a deal or kind of pointing out stuff. Kind of would Domino kind of talk another fixer up? So like, yeah, bring in the Mark, i.e. Hugh Huntley, and tell him all about this great thing, and then talk him up how much it'll cost. Add 10%, 5% for you, 5% for me off the top, and are you that fixer, or are you just kind of just doing whatever you do to make money without worrying about who you're targeting or blah, blah, blah?
Well, I imagine that her main job is that she tries to get arms and ammunition and stuff for like covert groups operating around the city.
Cool.
She's basically like...
Yeah, so is she, for purposes of this scene, I'm not really concerned. Are you just kind of hanging around with the group to do your own deals, or help or hinder the others, or help or hinder other fixers, or what's your aim? I just kind of want to get a feel for what you're doing for this scene coming up here.
I imagine that she's probably she'll probably help them. I mean, they're working with her right now.
Okay. All right, so we'll say if in future purchases you can get a straight 10% off the top if you're going to buy anything from this point on, and also Domino, just so you know, like you're treated quite well by the nomads now. You've brought commerce to their group, and that's important. That's money going in and out. You just gave them the ability to sell things of their own and make some money and buy things they desperately need, medicines, repair items, ammo,
duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape, teaching materials. This is a community here. There are babies and children who need to be educated, and crazily enough, a bunch of educational material guess what? Restricted and censored, and you have the real stuff. So yeah, your Domino is a boon to these people. So you're treated quite well. Yeah, so you guys are around this tent, the three of you, kind of, perusing, running your hands over this newest gear. This sniper rifle with the scope that has to weigh like 30 pounds, but can probably, can shoot reliably more than a mile away type of thing. And that's when Kane enters the scene. Describe your entrance, Kane. What's going on?
Okay, well, before Kane entered the room, Kane went and got drunk again very quickly because of all the blood loss. Kane immediately jumps onto Mack's leg and is just, "Mack! Knock knock wasn't real.
Everybody, of course, notices
What are
the
you-
missing limb.
What are you doing here without an arm?
Dude, you know I'm going to have to replace you now, right?
Domino looks over
Wait,
to
How
Hugh.
are you supposed to slam down 2 cans of Smash at the same time with only one arm?
Or hold on to your father while you put a rocket launcher down his throat. You can't do both at the same time.
Kane's the snake comes out of Kane's mouth. And you see it grips something and holds it, drops it, goes back into Kane's mouth. Any other dumb questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time Domino has seen the cyber snake. Yeah. Domino, what were you saying?
All a lie.
Domino, what were you saying before?
I was saying. So, what are you fellas in this for? What's it? What's the purpose of all this?
What are we in what for?
It seems like you're planning some kind of rebellion.
Yeah. Well, ever since I lost my star and Kane's father kind of took advantage of a few other people. We went from a happy-go-lucky tech reclamation group to a group bent on revenge. So what was just a production show with a hired solo and driver and star of the show is now a small recon force.
Domino, did Domino ever watch Reclamation Road before she met these guys?
She'd probably seen like an episode or two.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, these guys are familiar at least. That's funny. And what they did, and the awesome camera angles, even awesomer now.
She says, I know some groups that's been fighting against the corporations for a while. But it's rough out there. And, I guess more heat is always good in this situation.
How's Mack respond to the question? What are you in it for?
I was in it for the money, but they just had to go and make it personal. So I guess what I was missing has become loose ends that need wrapping up, and I guess I'm gonna have to do that. But it's just right now, what I can give you, Kane, come with me.
This is absurd. Get over here, Kane.
Would you get an arm on that guy? Jeez.
Would you get an arm on that guy? That's a quotable quote.
I'm like, come on, we're gonna go have fun. I'm gonna show you something really special.
Kane's just a blubbering mess.
Yeah.
Everything I know is a lie.
I'll just kind of drag him along, stumbling, and I'll look back and go, big, stupid wink. And I'm going to take him back to the medical tent and just go, how the fuck did you let him leave here without an arm?
He's like the Ripper Doc there. He's like literally in like the whole, you know, the plastic apron, the big, you know, plastic big gloves, you know, with the cuffs on him and everything, and the face shield and everything. It's not clean here, but you know, antibiotics these days are pretty darn effective. He's like, yeah, he flashed the cyber snake at me, and I decided I didn't want to, you know, get eaten.
He's a liar.
I can't make anybody take parts.
Oh, okay. Kane, wait here for a second. Wait for me, right? Okay.
He's a liar. He offered me nothing. He told me to go to hell.
And I'll go off into the corner, or open a drawer, rummage through, come up, and it's like, no, see, it's gonna be okay. And like, you know, pat on the shoulder. There's kind of like slowly slip behind him, and then basically quickly slip what is essentially a muzzle over him and pull it tight to lock his jaw shut.
This is not Kane's first time with the muzzle. and the last time was voluntary. But do continue.
Not all right.
Kane just looks at Mack with the saddest eyes of just like, you've betrayed me. What have you done?
All right, Doc, are you gonna knock him out?
Yeah, you wanna? I almost said hold his arms. Hold him down real quick. Do we have creds here? Do we have euro, or am I putting a medical on him?
You know I'm good for it.
All right, what do you want?
All right, what I want is him passed out, and then I'm like, all right, Doc, so you're either going to put an arm on him, or you're going to leave without either of your arms. So
quick question: is Kane resisting the being knocked out with drugs at this point?
Oh, he is so very drunk. The only thing that's happening is as he's going to sleep, he's just, you can't hear it because of the muzzle, but it kind of sounds like, Mack, how could you? Why? I loved you.
At 2, Mack guy. All right, yeah, he goes under. So the doc's like, you know, I don't work for free here. You know, even if you want me to put a medical on him, I get a regular stock of those, but you gotta pay me.
I know. But then I'm going to talk to Brian about what he actually wants stuck on him. So, not Kane. Kane's out cold.
All right. So are you saying you'd like to quickly
machine gun and
machine gun? So are you saying you want to converse with out of character with Brian, and that's what gets put on type of thing?
Pretty much, and it's already, you know, like 45 minutes to, so probably we can figure it out during the week and premiere his new arm next week.
Premiere the new arm.
Whether it's an ordinary medical replacement arm or something special, we'll figure it out later.
Okay. So just like a TV show would do, for the rest of the show, whenever should Kane be in a scene, it will be like from the neck up. We won't see the shoulder level or below, so that we can premiere the arm next session in all its glory. So, all right. So yeah, he's out. Doctor is happy to get some creds. He knows you're good for it, but he will extract those credits. So they're going to come from somewhere. So kind of keep that in mind.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he goes to work, and it's not pretty. We'll fade this to black, of course, also. But it's, you know, a Ripper Doc is, again, it's like this. He's a qualified surgeon. It's not like he puts stuff on and it falls off. It's just that he doesn't ask so many questions. You know, things are clean in the sense that you're not going to die of sepsis after you're done with him, probably. But you know, it's kind of using what you know, what's available, etc. Just to get your point, this guy is a real surgeon. He's just probably lost his license for doing bad things or malpractice, etc. So this is not like a butcher. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it probably was. Can you imagine? It was one of those exposés. We're exposing Dr. Frankenfurter over here. For
To be honest, they probably lost their medical license because they couldn't pay like their student debt.
Oh, probably that too. It's always capitalism with Domino.
I can hype that up too.
Yeah.
That's we can do something with
Stealing from the state by not paying back his loans.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Yeah, spin it. You gotta spin it. Okay. Cool. But yeah, we'll fade to black. Armor gets put on. This is I just kind of want to bring across that this is not a amateur, but it's also not a fully accredited doctor. We are in a gray zone. So yeah. Okay.
So he's getting his cyber so by, "Hi, Dr. Nick here."
Oh Jesus.
That's great.
Oh my God.
At least it's not Dr. Oz.
I'm getting copyright strikes all over the place right now. Oh my God, you can't do that. But yes, of course you can actually.
I think Domino
Please
is
more.
talking to Hugh. She's like, she pulls out like kind of a ratty patch similar to the ones you saw like last week and puts it on the table. It says the CLF. And it's kind of like a gray patch with like red letters.
When we say patch, what do you mean by patch?
Like a patch on clothing type of an identifier patch.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a military patch.
Yeah.
Would
So,
would Hugh
is this
Huntley
a
know about
trophy,
this?
or is it a undercover thing, or what?
Well, I ask why you're in this. This is Patch, the California Liberation Front.
Oh.
Has Hugh heard of them, Domino? Is being a newsman and kind of, having his ear to the ground, does what would Hugh know about that?
They're probably one of the many factions that has basically been doing guerrilla warfare against the state for a while.
Is that one of the many factions that's been doing guerrilla warfare against the state for a while?
Yeah, it is. But yeah.
Oh God.
But I feel like it's one of the factions that's basically perpetuating the civil war in the combat zone, basically.
And how did you come across this, Domino? And what is it doing here on the table?
Well, I'll ask you why you were fighting this, and well, I thought I would share a little bit.
Wait, why I'm fighting what?
Why you're fighting against these corpo bastards.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I'm at a little bit of a loss. I mean, it's not so great that I lost my star, but there's always another story, and right now, that's Kane. So, I'm here to help. I want to be an influencer in the future, so that's kind of my part of this is, how can I grow my influence and follow this story, see where it goes, see what I can put together. Maybe it'll get me even more fame.
Well,
and I like making the bad guys pay. That's why I work for FYYL. Fuck you, you're lying.
Well, she'll take the patch and put it back in there. Yeah.
So, I'll kind of poke that around in Hugh's mind. So there has been, I will say, there's definitely been some that faction has been at work in the city, etc. They have been getting weapon supplies. They don't know where from, though. That's kind of a story.
Yeah. That's a good story. Wonder if it has anything to do with Domino.
Potentially.
Yeah, so have you worked with them before?
She'll look at him for a minute. She's trying to judge how much she should say.
Right. Well, you can trust me.
Holy shit.
She's like, forget that, because she knows what's going on.
You just.
What does Domino decide? What does Domino put on the table? Figuratively.
Don't do it, Domino.
Yeah, she's
These guys are wasted. Don't
These guys are wasted.
She's kind of opened up as much as she can, as much as she's going to with him right now, I think. So she's just like,
Look, all bullshit aside, if there's something I can do for your faction, I'm there. Just tell me. I'm out to expose the bad guys. So whatever your cause is, or whatever your friend's cause is, if I can be of service in that way, just let me know.
we're basically interested in taking down the corporations. All of them.
Well, you tell me where you want to draw the line, and that's what we'll hold to.
Mack saunters in. Trust you. Like he says, he's up for the bad guys, but he's friends with the badasses. So I don't know why he hangs out with me, but
He couldn't find those people, so he's hanging out with us right now.
yeah, he couldn't find them. That's why he's got me and KK.
Yeah. I have to just put it in here that I have to imagine that at some point Hugh Huntley did like the Cyberpunk Red version of To Catch a Predator, and it's like, you know, guys sitting in an abandoned shack, you know, tattooed up and everything, and all of a sudden Hugh Huntley walks in, and the guy's like, oh my god. He's like, so you're here to buy some illegal drugs and weapons, huh? It's like, no, I was just here strolling about and I saw the door open and I just came in to make sure it was safe. It's like, okay, so yeah, why don't you sit down? Okay. Go from there.
Oh god, we have to say Knock Knock was around during that time for saying, I'm just changing into my bikini.
Yeah, scary as hell. But yes, as an aside.
Okay. She will say this, it's like, well, sometimes life is normal. You go about your stuff. You go to the grocery store, you get some food. You come back home. You hear a few gunshots in the distance. You go to sleep. You hear explosions. They're not too close, so you don't worry about them. And that's life. But it's life for a long time. And sometimes, after a while, you kind of want more. You want more than war, and you want more than just
You want safety.
bunch of greedy assholes controlling everything.
You want control. You want what's fair.
We all want control over our own damn lives.
Absolutely, we do.
And ever since the city's been founded here, I mean, there's always been people that wanted to fight back, but we only started like about 30 years ago. There was a big movement, and they were peaceful enough, but as the corps tightened their grip, they discovered that peaceful means of change may not be enough.
Yeah, they're not going to respect you. That doesn't earn them money.
You guys are in the kind of that post-party serious time right now. You know, where the buzz is coming off and shit just got serious. And you're like, dude, you're so right. You got this. I'm understanding what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. You're in that part of the evening now. Easily.
Kane's just like, he's recording you now.
Well, you know, let's just say in the future sometime you happen to know that somebody is going to be somewhere doing something and you want to make sure that gets on film so that you can spread the truth about it. I would be that guy that would film that thing that's happening at that place.
Easily, he even films it when he takes a piss.
Yeah, well...
You can spin that.
Yeah, just not on FYY.
What we want to accomplish is not going to be accomplished by a few groups of people like busting up one corpo's headquarters. We need to turn the entire system upside down.
Damn.
Way, Mac, I save all my piss shots for my OnlyFans club.
It's probably true too. Fuck.
It's 2045, but you know there's still OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But taking down this corpo bastard is a good start.
See, what it will do is show that they aren't invincible. Show that it is possible to stand against them.
Absolutely. We can certainly drive up people's courage this way. And we're going to need a way to focus that. Like, it's one thing to, you know, get somebody's ire up or get an entire community's ire up, but it's another to take that and transform it into something. So I can only do so much. Somebody's got to hone that.
It's interesting. It's the irony of being the media. You're never gonna be the guy. You're the guy filming the guy. You know?
Absolutely.
That's yeah.
I'm just a magnifying glass, that's all.
Deep,
Kane has sent the picture to Mack's agent.
Oh no. I don't even want to know what it is.
Hey, it's nothing that bad. It's just a nude Kane laying on a bearskin rug going.
Oh my God. How long did you have to Photoshop that one?
Kane looks at Hugh and goes, "Knock knock, wanted you to have that."
Yeah, I saw it. My auto rule handler dropped that into folder number 345 of Kane's favorite photos. So.
Is that picture on the bearskin rug in the George Costanza pose?
Yes.
How could it not be? Why'd you even ask? That was redundant. Oh shit.
So now what? We're almost out of liquor, it seems like. I can't believe it, but nobody's got anything left to drink.
It is a night market.
Yeah.
There's always going to be something if you're willing to pay.
Yeah, we do. I'll hand a glass full of vodka over to you.
Vodka.
But you know.
Well, it looks like vodka.
If
a lot of things look like vodka.
like prepared to distribute revolutionary material, she would definitely take him up on it.
Well, I mean what Domino has to understand is that part of a revolution is absolutely getting the word out. So yeah, you've just met your biggest potential like savior in terms of getting it out there to someone, to a network that pays for the fringe shit, the stuff that's going to cause all the talk and cause people to sue them. They want that. That's their fucking thing. That's what they're all about. So yeah, Hugh Huntley, you've accidentally stumbled into this potential gold mine of getting the information out there. So yeah, just put that in perspective. All right.
Yeah. And maybe after that, maybe you can help me with some of my own investigation. But we'll save that for another story.
2A Street. Boom. Cool. So seems dying down, and we're getting close-ish to another 30 minutes potentially. But what I'd like to do, if you guys are cool, so let's cut to after the party. We don't need to drag this out. But one thing we haven't kind of done is like you're putting, I've been trying to put like different parts of your life on display. So like for this one, if it's cool with you guys, what I like to do is you put your head down on your pillow at night, this night, or this morning, probably fucking 5 a.m. by the time you get back, if you're really lucky, probably 10, closer to 10. You're tired, drunk, you're already drunk and hungover, things are wearing off, the pain is setting in, the fatigue is setting in. What are your last thoughts before you finally drift off this morning?
Oh, well, they can have their last thoughts. When it seems like everybody's ready to drift off, I'm just going to gather everybody up, and it's like, all right, everyone come with me, and forcibly drag them along if I need to.
Where are you going?
Oh, well, I'm going out to the field. This isn't where the car was parked. But you're all drunk and confused and probably not paying too much attention. And then we stop in front of the helicopter. I'm like, okay, get in.
Oh, sorry.
Get in.
I keep stumbling as I'm not raising my leg high enough because I think I'm getting into the car.
I'll just grab him by the belt and shove him in.
Yep.
Cade's wrapped up on Mack's legs, just going.
Why does every seat come with a headset? What is going on here?
Put the headset on.
Okay.
All right, Dono, are you getting in? Do you think?
Do you have TVs installed in the headrests here? What's the deal?
Put the headset on. Put the seat belt on.
Okay.
And just get ready for you. You don't know. You can find. It's time to go on a little magic carpet ride, and then I'll start the chopper.
What did we drink last?
You just hear King just say, "I'm the Copter King."
Oh my god!
Are we in a fucking helicopter?
I'll put a headset on Kane and leave him slumped in the co-pilot seat. Well, I mean,
you know how to fly one of these, right? You've flown them
not
before?
in a helicopter. We're not in a helicopter. We're using anti-gravity.
All right.
Except we're not using anti-gravity. Actually, this is just completely normal on the Black Lizard planet.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Yeah.
What?
Thop, all over you, all overhead of you guys.
I was thinking of trying to work in Black Lizard, but you kind of beat me to it.
All right. You lift
The
lift
reference
off
for
and
me is. So.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I'm just going to continue making up even more outlandish bullshit every time he's confused.
Are you in the air at this point?
Oh yeah.
All right. All right.
We're
Cool.
going to fly away, but you know, my car got left behind, but I know exactly how to get my car back.
Oh no.
And it's not, you know, like walk back or hitch a ride. It's very easy. All I have to do is tell Jay and Simone where to bring my car.
Exactamundo.
They're
And they
14.
will do that.
They're 14. They're already stunt drivers.
Pretty much, nomad stunt drivers. Yeah, that's about it. That's accurate. All right. So if this is the TV show, we see the chopper go off into the sunrise with a backdrop of Hugh asking what the hell's going on and Mack talking up more strange shit as to what's happening here and what's going on. And then that fades. Now we go to the put your head on the pillow scene for each of you. So Mack, why don't you lead us off? What's when Mack puts their head down on their pillow, finally ready to conk out? What are their last thoughts before they lose consciousness?
I really should have slapped that bitch.
Awesome. How about sorry? How about Kane? Kane's already drugged up heavily. What are Kane's last thoughts before they drift off to sleep?
Well, the last thing is right before all that happened, when they were going, and when they told Mack goodbye in the knock knock voice, it's just a replay of that flashback. It's of knock knock waving goodbye to Kane and KK and fading away in the mind.
Oh, wow.
And Kane going, I miss knock knock.
Oh wow! Like that last moment of splinteredness is now like a bookmark in the brain. Interesting.
And the last thing knock knock said before fading away is, I'm not real.
That's really self-aware. That's like Deadpool self-aware. Deadpool knowing he's in a comic book self-aware right there. Good times. Does KK know that they're in a role-playing game?
No, it's not that. It's
all right.
Something else for knock knock.
That's right. I'm just kidding. I'm joshing. All right.
Yeah, that's their last thought when they go to sleep.
Cool. All right. How about Hugh?
So Hugh, I think, kind of has a bit of a blackout and doesn't really put together that he's hitting his own bed in his apartment to, current day and age. The effect of flying makes him think that he's riding the elevator back up the skyscraper of his home with his parents, and he's talking, in Portuguese to his mom, talking about how he doesn't want to play football tomorrow, which, Portugal, it would be soccer. And Dad's gonna make me, and something about the voir drug kind of pops back in there. It's supposed to be released tomorrow, and all that Hugh can think about is, after the voir drug gets released, their problems are over. Like, they'll never have to worry again.
Wow.
As a family. Yeah.
Oh wow! Reliving that moment before the trauma. Oh my god!
Yeah, the super happy moment.
Yeah, that's super climax. Yeah, surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Welcome to Cyberpunk, boys and girls.
And he drifts off, thinking he's seeing over the edge of the Earth from his window, in front, his full wall window in front of his bed, from the edge of the Starscraper.
Wow, man, that's bringing me down. Good job. All right. How about let's go to Domino. When Domino's head hits the pillow, what are the last thoughts before drifting off?
I mentioned she has a bit like mild flashbacks of like just when she was younger and basically just burnout like a building, hearing like mortar shells, like just a few 100 feet away, and just like with like some crayons and like in like coloring in a coloring book, and then maybe a little bit when she was older and just going through her training, when she was going through like she was with a bunch of other people and they were going through like really harsh basic training.
Gotcha. With live ammo overhead, of course. That's the only way to fly.
Not overhead. And then, a little bit later, and she was kind of like just in some dark warehouses, just making deals with people and like talking with her mentor and stuff.
Cool. All right. And then drifting off to scenes of training, the good old days. The days where she thought she understood what was going on in the world. And boy, was she wrong. Damn corpos. All right.
Always those damn corpos.
No one expected the Spanish corposition. All right. Cool. All right, good session, guys. Here we are. So that's episode 7 in the books. Awesome session. I really enjoyed getting to know each of your characters better. I hope I threw some curveballs at you guys a little bit, kept you thinking. Thank you, Brian, for not actually getting your character killed off, because that would just harsh my mellow at this point in the campaign. So yeah. So again, let's as we kind of go out, let's say goodbye to our peoples, the players, the stars of the show. Who again, if you watch this episode, were awesome. I really loved their performance. Their RP, and you can tell. Here's what I want you, the viewer, to see is these are different types of role players. They don't role play the same, but they all role play well. And when they come together, it's cool. It's kind of cool how it's meshing. So I want you to take note of that. So that's really important. So we'll start with Cassie. Bye, Cassie. Thank you for coming. You're awesome.
Okay. Say hello. Bye, peoples. I love you.
And Aaron, thank you, man, as always, and thank you so much for like the commercial, the news blurb. Those are so creative and cool, and it blew me away. It was awesome. So
thanks very much. Yeah,
that's really
I'm
kick-ass.
Super inspired. I'm super inspired, and it is a lot of fun to make that stuff. So yeah, look forward to episode 4, which technically is the second episode that I'm making, coming out maybe tonight, but definitely sometime tomorrow. So the last 2 shows that we did, it'll be a combination of those 2 things.
Okay, cool. Make sure you put it on like the RP Discord, so everybody on the channel can see it. Everybody on the Discord. That'd be awesome. Because those need to be shared. Awesome. So yeah, thankful for that. And then we have Jason, my rules master, who makes it so I don't have to scramble and look up literally everything. And this is one of those games where you must do that. So Jason, thank you for being my rules master, but not a rules lawyer.
Hi, I'm Jason, and I am an impassioned, angry, ranty speechaholic. Tune in to further episodes of Scott's Case Files to hear me go on more long, ranty, impassioned speeches.
You got to play to your strengths, I say.
Thanks. I'll be here every week.
Literally, yes. Excellent. Thank you, Jason. And last but not least, you do have Brian. And Brian, why don't you tell us where we can find you? I'm putting up your banner right now.
Oh, thank you, everyone. And man, today was a real nail biter, wasn't it? You can always find me at Mr. Nerdy Brian on Twitter, and of course on YouTube at Horror and Dubs. So thank you very much.
And for anybody looking for voiceover work, someone to do some cool voiceover stuff. Brian is putting stuff out there all the time, and we're looking forward to seeing some of his, some more of his work, et cetera, et cetera. So stay tuned. Check out on Discord. I've asked him to share it there if you can, and keep us all apprised. Because again, when you're a player of mine, you become quite important to me, and I want to make sure that I can do with my literally tiny social reach whatever I can to make your life easier and get you what you want. And because I really appreciate all of you, so yeah, there we are. So that's Horror and Dubs. No, horror. Always, yeah. I do.
I always love that.
So yeah. Anyway. So I am Scott's Case Files, this Twitch channel you're watching. If you're watching me on Twitch, think about following. I'm now an affiliate, so feel free to subscribe if you like what I'm doing. All my social media stuff is in my About down below. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, all that stuff is in the description. And please think of subscribing to my YouTube channel and hit the little bell so you can be alerted when I put out new stuff, which is weekly. I put out all of my actual role play stuff, solo and group like this. So that's there, and I'm also putting out some YouTube specific videos, tips for playing, RPing or jamming different games and stuff. And more of that's coming in the future. It's just hard to get out there. So anyway, thank you for watching. And again, my players, my awesome players, I thank you for being here. And my viewers, I thank you for viewing. You're always awesome. I enjoy sharing the talent of my people with you. And otherwise, I hope you have a good week. Have a good, weekend when it comes to it. Be good to each other, go forth and do no harm. And just know that I'm thinking about you and you're awesome. So bye for now.